This evening, 5 people are starting the holidays looking for a new place to stay after a house fire in Winston-Salem. Now firefighters have a warning to help keep you safe as temperatures drop.
Tuesday now, a weather impact alert day. We'll have details in your forecast in minutes.
But first this evening, a woman is safe after 2 neighbors pulled her from a burning home. I'm Ben Briscoe. Graham firefighters say flames broke out just after 6 this morning at a house on Williamsdale Road. Officials say the woman was asleep inside when 2 young men driving by saw the flames. They ran to the back door, woke her up, and got her out safely. You know, they really just got her out just in time because firefighters say the home is now a total loss. The Red Cross is helping her find a place to stay. New at 6, a man is dead this evening after falling into a fire pit in his backyard. It happened early this morning. Rockingham County deputies were called to the Stoneville home just after midnight and found 47-year-old Kenneth Dalton dead in the backyard. Deputies say there's no sign of foul play here. The case remains under investigation as they await autopsy results. This evening, 4 children and an adult need a place to stay after a fire in Winston-Salem. Look at this video here as firefighters approach the house. It happened in the 3200 block of Rosie Street. Crews say no one was injured in the fire and the cause is still under investigation tonight. As the weather gets cooler, the Winston-Salem Fire Department has a warning for you about space heaters. They say to give heaters at least 3 feet of space and plug them in directly to wall outlets. Never use extension cords or power strips. Happening right now, part of Westgate City Boulevard is closed after a motorcycle crash. Police say it happened between South Chapman and Patterson Street. Officials say there are minor injuries. No word yet on how many people are involved in the crash, but police say that there is some damage to a utility pole. Duke Energy crews are working to fix that right now. They hope to have that done by tonight. Developing this evening, neighbors in West Virginia gathered to remember the National Guard soldier who was killed in the nation's capital this week. Another soldier is still fighting for his life. CBS News reports the president's announcing an immigration crackdown in response to the shooting.
In her hometown of Webster Springs, West Virginia, residents gathered to say goodbye to 20-year-old Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom after being gunned down in Washington, D.C. this week.
Nothing but caring, loving, willing to help somebody, anything out of her way to help somebody get through it, anything that they needed.
Beckstrom's father, Gary, mourned his daughter on social media, writing, "My baby girl has passed to glory." Friday, officials announced that the suspect, 29-year-old Ramanullah Lakamwal, an Afghan national living in Washington state, will be charged with first-degree murder. He worked with the U.S. during the Afghan war and was allowed in 2021 through a Biden-era program called Operation Allies Welcome. The suspect's asylum case was then approved earlier this year, according to a DHS official.
When you let the people come in by the thousands and thousands and thousands, they made a terrible mistake.
In response to the shooting, President Trump announced he would permanently pause migration from, quote, third world countries. He threatened to revoke U.S. citizenship from foreign-born Americans who undermine domestic tranquility and called for a review of all green card holders from 19 countries of concern, including Iran, Venezuela, and Afghanistan. The Department of Homeland Security says it will be reviewing all asylum cases approved under the Biden administration. Cristian Benavides, CBS News.
This weekend, Mother Nature is wreaking havoc for many Americans returning home from the Thanksgiving holiday. Look at this. Aren't you glad we don't live there? Over 50 million people are under winter weather alerts as a storm is making its way across the country. Right now, crews in some Midwest cities are already seeing heavy snow. Areas south of the snow will see rain and flash flooding. All of this coming as AAA expects about 82 million people to travel through Monday, with Sunday being one of the busiest days on the road and in the skies. Let's bring in meteorologist Alex Williams with what we can expect right here in the Triad as this storm sweeps through.
Well, you know, Ben, we're going to see impacts for wintry type, maybe not so much what they're seeing in the Midwest. A lot of the Big Ten games today definitely had flurries flying or snow on the ground. Thankfully, not talking that here. However, we do need to talk about the impacts that we'll see on Tuesday. Tuesday now officially a weather impact alert day because we're going to be dealing with cold temperatures that could bring, yes, a little bit of some light icing for our friends to the northwest in the foothills. Temperature profile is going to be critical for this. The rest of us, a cold, insulting rain. Now, this is rain, beneficial rainfall that we do need. So, yeah, keep the rain gear close by and layer up underneath the rain gear as well, because you will need it. Let's watch these temperatures here as we go through the overnight tonight. Not really super impactful into the day tomorrow. You can see that as this system presses eastward, we're going to see the better moisture fill in with some of those showers east of us, but not so much exactly for the triad. We will see a few scattered showers around, at least kind of morning, afternoon, probably afternoon, better timing for that towards the early evening, and then we'll see some colder air kind of seep in here. So we're talking for our Sunday, mid 40s, lots of clouds, a few intermittent scattered showers. And that is from this quick moving system that's bringing the snow that Ben was just talking about across parts of the Midwest. Here's high building in behind that. That sets the stage with cold air at the surface. We're going to bring warm air upstairs in the atmosphere aloft, and we create a profile that is conducive to freezing rain. And so we will see that setup as we go into our Tuesday. There goes system number one, quick hit and a little bit of shower activity, but really the impact's going to be Tuesday. Look at this kind of wedge of cooler air down at the surface in those foothills, and that pink indicates freezing rain. The rest of us, a cold, soaking rain. That's going to put water on the roadways, which hydroplaning, always a concern this time of year, or well, really any time of year, right? When you put a lot of heavy rain down onto those road surfaces. So that is why Tuesday is a weather impact alert day. We will see that possibility for freezing rain. And now beyond that, we are looking at another system, possibly Friday into Saturday. Temperatures below average, maybe in the low 50s by Thursday. But again, Tuesday is now a weather impact alert day, so make plans for that. Keep up to date with the forecast, and of course News 2 is going to keep you up to date ahead of the storm.
So this system, rain for most of us, but snow is possible later on this year. According to Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley, check out his weather special on WFMY Plus. It's going to air right after this newscast, right here on WFMY Plus. Now that Black Friday has come and gone, today folks here in Greensboro had the opportunity to give back to the local community. Small Business Saturdays, an annual event focused on supporting local small businesses during Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Shop owners say days like this help them generate more revenue, and the increased foot traffic boosts their visibility for the rest of the year.
It's awesome. I mean, it's cool to see, people come out and support something local. It goes a long way, and it's good to have familiar faces in here, but events like this help bring out new customers as well. So it's always cool to have fresh people in the mix.
Always pass by that store on Lawndale. I'm gonna have to go in and check it out. For every $100 spent at a small business, 68 stay in the local community. Another place to get your holiday shopping done, the Craftsman Christmas Classic. The 52nd annual edition of the market's happening this weekend at the Greensboro Complex. Hundreds of artists and craftsmen from all around 20 different states came to Greensboro, bringing thousands of unique items.
It's a wonderful experience. Great time of the year. Good time for seatings and for this season. And then when you walk around, you see all the different crafts, all the different things that you never get a chance to see.
The festival runs through tomorrow. Chad Silber has yet another event to look out for this holiday season too.
If you've followed me for a while, you know I team up with the Salvation Army to ring the bell in several cities across the Triad. Here is this year's schedule, which starts on Monday, December 15th. I'm going to 9 cities over 5 days, ringing the bell for 40 hours in the hopes of raising lots of money for each local chapter of the Salvation Army. Each stop is 4 hours long, and I'll be providing live coverage at each of them to help raise awareness for the cause. And expect surprises along the way. We will have musical performances, dance groups, mascots, and a whole lot more. We will see you the week of December 15th.
As the holiday season ramps up, we're also getting ready for the WFMY News 2 Holiday Blood Drive. Come roll up your sleeves on Tuesday, December 9th. We're going to be at Piedmont Hall in Greensboro from 7 to 7. Tonight, there are a couple of recalls to keep in mind as we head into December. First up, Silvestri Streets is recalling 2 holiday barks because they may contain undeclared allergens. This stuff was sold at Aldi. The company says the pecan, cranberry, and cinnamon holiday bark might contain an undeclared wheat. The cookie butter holiday bark may contain undeclared pecans. And Prairie Farms is recalling certain gallons of fat-free milk because they may contain cleaning agents. Yeah, cleaning agents in your food. This affects products carrying a December 8th expiration date. Prairie Farms says they were alerted to a potential quality issue earlier this week. Over 300 gallons were sold before the problem was identified. The company says all the remaining recalled milk's already been pulled from the shelves, but if you somehow have one of these gallons in your fridge, return it to the store for a refund. Holiday cheer is not the only thing going around this time of year. It's also when doctors typically see upticks in viral infections, especially the big 3 infections during the holidays: flu, COVID, and RSV. Medical experts say people should not shrug off a sniffle when it could be something much worse.
Me as a doctor, I cannot tell you which one it is without doing a test. So the only way to know is to get tested. If you're having those symptoms this time of year, do not assume it's allergies. People will say, oh, it's just allergies. It probably is a viral infection, but you can't distinguish which just based on your symptoms.
Doctors say if you test positive for any of those so-called big 3, it's best to skip the social events and stay home this year to rest. As those temperatures drop, you may be tempted to stay on the couch and relax rather than get out and move. I know I don't ever want to leave the couch when it's this cold. But experts say getting exercise and having a healthy diet year-round is critical, especially for shedding a few pounds. Mandy Gaither has ways to manage winter weight in the weeks ahead.
Add up colder weather, plus darker days, and all that comfort food. It can equal an unhealthy shift on the scale.
A lot of people sort of hunker down in the winter and stay inside a little bit more often.
Dr. Kathleen Muller with the American Academy of Family Physicians says the first step to keeping a healthy weight in winter is to have a plan to work out. If you're an outdoor exerciser in warmer weather, consider getting a gym membership now so that you can start the habit of going when the temperatures drop even further. Or just add ways into your day to move more.
That can be taking the stairs, that can be walking farther from the parking lot into the grocery store. Any bit of movement helps.
With all the winter holidays, we tend to be surrounded by foods we don't normally eat. Muller says to tackle the temptation to overindulge by having healthy options and allowing that to be your default.
So a veggie platter in addition to the cheese and crackers, and just make sure that we're going towards the veggie platter a little more often.
Finally, Muller says to remind yourself why you want to maintain a healthy weight. It's not just about how we look, but how we feel now and in the future.
Being a healthy weight reduces your risk of inflammatory conditions, cardiovascular disease, and cancers. We also just are able to move longer through our lifespan and have a longer health span if we maintain a healthy weight throughout our lives.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Some good tips there to keep yourself healthy in the cold weather. I'll still go running to a certain point, but hey, keep those tips in mind. For you need to keep in mind Tuesday now a weather alert day. This means we are going to expect impacts really for northwestern portions of the Triad up into, say, the foothills, Ben, but we're also watching cold, soaking rain most of the day. Could be heavy at times. Insulting weather, horrible. It's the type of weather you look at, you see it in the forecast and go, ugh. That's what Tuesday is.
But you know what? It is a good excuse not to go out running. I don't know how you like it so much. I barely like it as is, especially in this cold.
I blame my cross-country coaches for making me run in the cold and everything. It just doesn't bother me anymore.
Oh, that's brutal. Stay inside, folks. We'll see you right back here at 11 o'clock.